You know, it's really fucking sad. That's all they could come up with to do is to have a child assaulted physically in the unit directly above. You know, just as though to have the child thinking that he has accomplished nothing by virtue of having shared any of this. They want him to think that it's absolutely no use. And they're willing to blindly sacrifice the life of an innocent child, as many. I didn't eat for like 48 hours. I'm eating Tostito chips. Yeah, Tostito chips. That's all I pretty much have. And some water. Maybe. Who's speaking? What's up? Who's this?
It's the Guelph police. We're just
Oh,
at your
it's the
door.
Guelph police.
We just want to have a chat with you, bud.
You want to have a chat? Okay, we're chatting. What's up?
Okay, we're at your door, man. Do you mind just coming out?
Yeah, I'm not a man, first of all.
Okay.
Um,
Can I call you by
well, you can call me by Ryan, actually, and not use casual terminology. Okay, and I'm autistic and I'm a minor in development. So we're not really going to have an extended conversation. And we've already had the discussion last night when I, came to the door. We didn't make, face-to-face contact. But, I explained that I can be a noisy tenant. And it's been understood on many occasions. The so-called concerns being expressed are bullshit. Fraudulent every time. And then beyond that, we discussed that if I could maybe keep the noise down for the remainder of the night. And I pretty much did.
Until this afternoon, I guess.
Then roughly an hour ago, I just was doing something and I guess they must have placed a call.
Yeah, I guess the neighbors are just scared and said you've been screaming and smashing and throwing things, and in the middle of the night they're waking up.
Yeah, so...
Their cars, so.
Wait, what?
That's just what.
Yeah, I know what the information being told to you is by the various other tenants here. Again, we're not going to have an extended conversation about it because we're considering those fraudulent reports.
Okay. Well, do you have any evidence that suggests otherwise? Because I want to get your side of the story. We're just having multiple people, right? So I want to try to figure this out.
I don't really think you're capable of figuring it out because there's not really anything to figure out. This is a bullying and harassment situation. It's already been explained to you multiple times. If you're having an issue in this overall building, speak with the other tenants making a report. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay. So the next time I come here and you're screaming and yelling, or say if I catch you in the act screaming and yelling, it's going to be different, right?
Why? Do I not have the right to make noise inside my unit? I don't understand. I pay $2,000 a month to live here.
Yeah, you can have people over.
Well, I don't have people over. I make noise.
It needs to be at a reasonable level.
Yeah, so again, if they have a very strong complaint, they can take that up with the landlord and tenants board.
Okay.
And that's,
Come up to you like in person and said anything to you?
No. Actually, I have never had contact with another tenant in this building. They're making shit up, and it's very offensive. And I'm autistic. I look weird. I look like a kid. My eyes are very low on my face. I have stunted growth. I just get attacked.
Is there anything we can do to help you? Feel safer here?
Not really, because it's just a difficult situation for now. My family and I are looking for different accommodations.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate you talking to me. Again, though, if we get another call today, we're going to have to come back. It's just our job.
Yeah, and then we'll have another conversation. I'm curious why you think things are supposed to be different if we communicate again.
Sorry?
I'm curious as to why you think things are supposed to be different if we communicate again.
It all depends on what happens, right?
Oh, because the first time you... Yeah, okay. Keep going.
Concern, right?
Yeah,
And
spark
from
concern.
what I've been told, you haven't been taking your meds.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Is that maybe there's something else going on?
Maybe there's something else going on? Sorry?
Like everybody struggles with their mental health, right? So
Yeah, that's definitely not the issue. You will not be taking me for any kind of mental health check or any such business because we do not believe you have substantiated evidence that any of these things have actually occurred. You're just relying on the reports of individuals which are harassing me daily. So we're not going to keep having this conversation actually. And we're not actually going to allow you into the unit actually without a warrant to have a conversation.
Yeah, and again, if you would just come out, we don't have to come into your place.
Well, I know you actually don't have to come in at all.
Okay.
If you had a warrant, then you could. But there's no warrant.
Yeah, again, a warrant's only for if you're in criminal trouble, right?
Yeah, which I'm obviously not. But you cannot just, rely on the reporting of anonymous or not anonymous, but people that don't know who the fuck I am, right?
Okay.
and just saying information, and they just come and assume that's the case and just like throw handcuffs on me and make me get a psych check, and then I'm back in 6 hours or whatever the fuck. Like, it's all a waste of time, but it's what you did the past 5 occasions and it didn't have any results.
I mean, not me personally. But
Well, yeah, the Guelph Police Agency. So, so regarding my medications, yeah, so you've received information from somewhere that I'm not taking my medications. So I have one medication that I take, actually.
I'm sorry?
Which part did you not hear?
Listen, man, is there anything...
Okay, woman. There's nothing you can do to help me. I think the conversation is over. I'm fully fine in terms of my mental well-being and competence. Just be aware. I'm not taking the specific medications. Not required. I just wanted you to be informed. I'm not interested, though.
Right, as soon as I called you, you went immediately just to defensive mode.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But you know why I went to defensive mode? Because this has happened on repeated occasions since I moved in, and it's very violent. Because it's just made up. These people can't possible. Yeah, but you don't need to. Because I don't... Yeah, but you don't have to advocate for me because I'm not asking you to. I have rights and you don't need to play that role. And I do have mental health workers. They're not really... Unless you have some kind of like, I'm perfectly fine in the situation. However... Yeah, I mean, some things I do make loud noise. I'm an artist. I scream in my music. For example. So, like, pretty ridiculous. They're just making up reasons to try and get me out of here. Because they don't like me. It's that simple. And this, again, none of this is defensive. I don't know why you're interpreting this as very defensive. It's completely neutral. I'm just expressing all the information. Because you seem to be repeatedly getting calls, repeatedly coming here, and then expecting to have extended conversations, and nothing ever happens. So I just want you to know that you asked for my side of the story. And actually, when I picked up the phone, I was not immediately defensive. We have the record of that. But I just want you to have my side of the story. I'm not in a CTO, by the way. I don't have to take a medication. I'm not having a substantial mental health issue at the moment. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, and I appreciate you giving me all this information because that
Okay.
really helps.
All right, good.
I appreciate you talking to me, man.
Oh, yeah, no, woman, I hear you.
Okay. All right. We'll let you go then, okay?
Okay. The miner says goodbye. Please do your job well.
All right. Thanks.
Well, you really just can't be living here. No, ma'am, you're a pedophile. This is a minor you have raped. You cannot live here. Yeah. Keep going. Keep dropping those deuces from your butt face. Get all frantic. Go on. Yeah. It sounded very abusive. She's like, oh shit, I'm audible? Yeah. Yeah, Constable. You were audible on the recording, too. I was holding the phone. You called and interrupted, so. It's a fucking disgrace. No, don't. Think of me as a man. Even if you think I am making unquote adult decision, unquote, don't. It's a minor killing you. It's a minor who's superior to you in every way because you all decided to dick minors and became devolved. It's not even plugged in. So it's just right there. Yeah. And there's no noise. So your voice is just on the recording. It's really funny. You're like, something about, you talked about mental health a lot. Like anything in this building knows about my mental health. It's really funny. And then you called me man 2 more times after I asked you not to. It was really offensive and insulting and hurtful. We know that the Guelph police were not interested in recovering the missing girl. But mainly just trying to get me out of the building for a mental health check to, I don't know, somehow try and apparently damage my credibility or try and make me feel less confident. It was a real failure. You know, if I died before I got to the States, I actually preferred that outcome than if I stayed here and continued to live. think that when I get to the States, there's going to be a brand new life awaiting. No Muslims, no pedophiles, all gone. But if I were to fail in that mission and die on the way, be assassinated in some manner, I would prefer that outcome than if I had to continue living here. And it would not change your fates. Just so y'all are aware. Oh, and the entire time this has been going on, which is like 10 years, basically. Over the last 10 years is when the invasion and corruption occurred. I'm still a virgin. I've never even kissed a girl. But I look really attractive. I have this massive opus of music, like it's 120 songs. Each one is breathtaking. You have no idea what you're contending with. You have no clue. All of Canada would fall in defeat. And the reason is not because I decided I was better than all of you and then took out a vendetta and tried to kill all of you for no reason. We can comment on what the real reason is if you shut up. We know that you don't want us to. The real reason is because you decided to play Satan and kill the kid. And God just didn't let you. I mean, you killed many kids. But you weren't going to kill the one kid who had the evidence, who was going to take the evidence to the States and flatten all the pedophiles. You didn't. Now I'm determining that I am completely superior to you in each and every way. All 40 million of you. Yeah. Just objectively plain superior. Because I have been raped for no reason for the last 18 months. And you're intent on continuing to homicide. So God made me this intelligent to escape the situation, actually. Just Christ. We're just going to leave these recordings going. We're forced to conduct some surveillance 24/7 because we're capturing a psychopathic society. You know, and it's not in my, obviously, responses, but it's in all the things that are being said and done in the surroundings, not showing up on the recording, because, you know, it's just a fucking microphone on my laptop. But at this point, the responses are so extreme, so sophisticated, so intelligent, and statistically so consistent over time. You cannot claim the kid is making it up, hallucinating, or experiencing some kind of psychotic illness. You can't. You know, and there's demonstrated evidence that at least my aspect of what I'm feeling about it, right, is genuine. Lots of evidence about that. Real time. On audio. But there is also evidence of many of the crimes which have occurred in the form of detailed text reports on a moment-to-moment basis, 24/7 over the past 18 months, and further back in time. Lot of evidence. You can just look at these series of paragraphs and see, okay, we actually can't deny that happened. But you don't bother. Right? You just want to try and kill the kid. We know. Okay, so we think the psychopath building owners / whatever they are still occupying the unit above based on the audio, based on the sounds that I'm hearing in the environment. We are not willing to bet that the psychopaths were removed and that it is some forensic investigator. We're not willing to accept that. We think more likely, based on the track record, it's nearly impossible to deny that the psychopaths are still there. And if not still there, we'll come back in less than a day. So, we have definitely reached the consensus. All of this society has zero emotion for Ryan. First. Then Ryan is making the response as extended and articulate as it needs to be until he gets help. And is loud and aggressive. At anybody. Until I get what I want. Yes. What I want is for my fundamental human rights and freedoms, according to the Universal Declaration and the Canadian Charter, to be immediately respected in full value. That means no contact. Which is impossible in this situation, as I have zero privacy as long as those individuals are still residing in that above unit. So that would be the first step if there was ever an intention to restore the child's rights. But we don't expect that. No, I'm not going to take over Canada. I said I'm going to leave, go to the United States as a U.S. minor citizen, fleeing Canada from extreme psychopath behavior, and straight to the FBI headquarters. And then I'm just going to ignore that your so-called thing ever existed. I wonder if either of these two idiots have possibly commented, or anybody. Most likely not. I expect they've probably been removed or something like that. You know, an hour after I woke up, it was all about this. I saw this was the recommended video, 3 rows down.
It's like technology, am I right?
It's just an ad, obviously. But I just wanted to check what my comments were. Okay, yeah, they didn't delete them. Oh yeah, they deleted that one. Okay, so we need to go back. Or we can just retype it. Yeah, it'd be funny. Pretty sad, huh? Yeah, Canada's knockout blow, they said. Trump's fatal mistake. This was like almost simultaneous to like while the girl was being raped. They were uploading this shit. That's a pedophile, and that's a pedophile. And they're just both thoroughly pretending very effectively not to be publicly because that's what their entire society does. Okay, let's see what the fatal mistake is going to be, Carney. How did you outsmart Trump? He has an IQ of like 180 plus. What's yours? What do you think you got going on there, sir? Did you rape any children last night? I know he didn't. The one on the left. I know Donald Trump didn't rape anyone. The U.S. is a far nicer place. Yeah, everyone. In the United States of America, children, they don't get hurt. That's actually like the goal of the entire society. We don't hurt children. We didn't realize you were so primitive. It's really sad. You're devolved, yo. You became devolved by repeatedly raping children. It essentially gives you brain cancer to do what you are doing. You become ineffective at accessing long-term memory. You've committed so much crime. There's so many gaps. You had to erase them. You basically don't know what the fuck you do in the moment. Hence, you've got a butt for a face and a face for a butt. We don't think we're stating that wrongly. Alright, well, we'll just start uploading this one.